Really? If things just aren't strange enough in 2020, is 2020 not weird enough without this? Really? Quinton Dunbar and Deandre Baker of the NFL have just been issued arrest warrants for armed robbery at a barbecue. What? You know, I'm so over stuff like this. Deandre Baker, I know who he is because I watched him play last year against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay Bucks almost drafted him. We took Devin White in the first round. He went, I think, 20-something, 25th or 27th. But Baker, he was a talent. Upstanding young citizen. And do we understand the implications of this? Because it's a 10-year minimum mandatory sentence for just having a gun during a crime. If you show a gun during a crime, it's a minimum mandatory 10-year sentence. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's a mandatory. The judge can't even say, no, we're going to give you less time. I'm glad the Bucks took Devin White. You know, from what I'm hearing is that Deandre had just lost $80,000 in gambling the night before, and now he's stealing Rolexes with Baker at a party. Guys, this is about as weird as 2020 is just getting stranger by the minute. First, we got the quarantine. Everybody's going through that. And now we have this. I mean, how many people? They were probably violating quarantine right there. I mean, you know, look at look. I want to show you something. Baker's pros and cons for his record here. This is how good the kid was. He progressed every year and became a force in the senior season. He won the Jim Thorpe Award. He was a 2018 semifinalist for the Chuck Benchmark Award. I mean, come on, the Bednarik Award, and was in the 2018 all-time first team plus more. His pros, he had length, he had good instincts, he had awareness, he had bad balls, he had awesome ball skills, closing speed and tackling. We saw him play against the Bucks last year. He was rocking it. Against the Bucks, he was doing well. That's Evans and Godwin. Now, his cons are, if I can bring that up, I'm going to have to go get that for you. I'm going to show you what his cons are. Here's the cons. Top end, he's grabby. His size is kind of small. He makes inconsistent reads. He's not that flexible. But his other cons are he might pull out a gun and take your stuff. One of the big cons that we missed on Baker is he might hijack you during a barbecue. Those are your pros and cons. Brought a whole new meaning to that one, didn't we? What should you do with people like this? What do you do with somebody like this? I have no sympathy. I'm trying to sympathize. He was young. I get that. Year 2020. Year 2020. Oh my goodness. I can tell you two people who were going to be in quarantine during the NFL. I don't know. It's just over my head now, people. I don't know. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do? Comments? Anyone? What do you do? What do you do? Thank you, Jason Leach, for not picking up Baker last year. I was kind of upset that the Bucs didn't get a cornerback, and he was probably one of the first ones that we were thinking of. We were thinking of him. I remember his name. I remember even the Bucs talking about Baker. Now, I'm not sure about Quinton. Dunbar, I can't really reflect on who he was or what he was about, but I know who Baker was about, and he wanted to. The mighty web we weave. I can't think of a story, an NFL story, this crazy, other than the Hernandez. Now, when somebody goes off to killing people, that's one thing. This was just an armed robbery, and I think it was over. There has to be drugs and alcohol involved, because they're just, oh man, if they can plead insanity, they need to do that, because it's totally insane. If I was a judge, I would let him on an insanity plea. I would take it. Yes, I get that. You've got to be insane. Temporary, definitely temporary insanity. Definitely. What do you do? I tell you what, Baker, you better stay in jail, because your mama gonna beat your butt and she get you out. You're safer in jail than you will be with mama.